Yes.
I just had to know, yeah, more about your parents were Chinese medicine doctors, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they have been working as a Chinese herbal doctor for the last few decades, actually.
Awesome. And did you just do a talk on Chinese medicine and Chinese herbal medicine and auras, was it? Or what exactly was it?
Yes, I spoke about the chemical and physical properties of traditional Chinese medicine, the herbal medicine, and the vibrational frequencies and their interactions with the human energy field, in the sense that it's not just the chemical properties of the herbs that work, but also the physical properties of different vibrations of different herbs that work together to, when you boil them, they actually pass on the vibrations to the carrier, which is the water that boils it, which is the liquid. And then when people drink the liquid, the water that carrying those vibrational frequencies um, goes inside the body and then improves the human energy field, the auras.
Interesting. And how did you like come into researching this stuff? Did you put together with some of what your parents have told you, mixed with other things you've learned, like different teachers, or is it all from what you've learned from like talking to Mikhail, or where did it come from where you put this together?
It actually came from when I was very little. I used to read the classical Chinese traditional medicine books
No way.
that my parents were learning when they were in school. So they put it on the shelf. And then when I was bored, I just look at the books. And then there was one very famous Chinese doctor in the past. His name is Bian Que. I don't know if you probably know him.
Yeah, 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 sure.
He after drinking the liquid and the appeal from given to him by a very interesting person, he was able to see inside the organs inside a person's body, the energy fields, the qi, and the colors as well. So this is why I began interested in like exploring more. Right now, a lot of schools they don't teach about the 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 auras or human energy fields, but they use the classical Chinese philosophy or theory of the 五行, the five elements, and the interactions of different organs to interpret what's going on inside the body. I think if we are able to see the colors of auras, we are able to do that more precisely and more scientifically.
Mm. Um, yeah, that leads me to an interesting thing I've always thought about. I don't know if you have any opinions on this, but do you have any theories or ideas of where Chinese medicine actually originated from? Because you mentioned someone gave Bian Chu a pill, and I'm not sure who that could have been or whether it was just a teacher. But if you trace the lineages back from like all the Taoist alchemists, um, they can do some pretty incredible things and extraordinary, but it's sort of unclear where it all came from. Do you have any like opinions on that?
I believe it came from the ancient Chinese civilization. I'm not talking about the civilization that started 3,000 years ago, but I think it must be much earlier than that, in the sense that there was a reset in which we lost the traditional knowledge, the ancient knowledge. Throughout Chinese history, they burn a lot of books once now
Yeah.
and then a lot of knowledge was lost. So I think they must be like over 3,000 years old, maybe 5,000 years old, in which they knew about the human energy field, the auras. They knew about different properties of herbs. They knew how to be able to see the auras or the fields. But then once they lost the ability, they developed this kind of acupuncture meridian system to put the needles into certain locations, acupressure points, to heal or to treat different diseases or based on the symptoms. And I think it actually came from ancient civilizations of China. As you know, if you read the book Theoba Prophecy or the Golden
Yeah.
Planet, you know that originally the yellows and the blacks came from a planet about 3.5 million years ago. So
Yeah.
3.25 million years ago.
That's interesting. So when you're talking about these different facets of Chinese medicine, think they're lost, or do you think some people have still retained it, or do you think they can be recoverable?
I think it's very unfortunate with the recent events in China, especially in the last few decades. A lot of knowledge is lost. If people still retain such knowledge, they're probably in the mountains, in the rural areas, and they don't they don't want to expose themselves. Just yeah, if you read some books written by some of the Qigong masters, they they just live in a hermit life. They don't want to um, promote themselves.
Hmm, interesting. Could you talk a little bit, if you don't mind, would you be able to talk a little bit more about sort of some of the missing things in Chinese medicine today in terms of like alchemical mixing of herbs and of that nature, and like how it all works exactly in comparison to like modern Chinese medicine where you have herbs which have different mechanisms of action. But could you talk a little bit more about like the alchemical side of things? I don't know if you know much about that. Just interested.
Yeah, in the ancient times, we didn't have a lot of chemicals or toxins. So people were living in a very harmonious life without the artificial ingredients. And so back then, the diseases were different from modern diseases. So back then, if they were having some kind of health issues, that's mostly related to the inharmonious energy fields. So in the
Yeah.
ancient times, they could heal or cure disease simply by improving their energy fields and making them normal. So this is why the entire traditional Chinese medicine was actually based on the fixing or correcting the human energy field to the right way, using traditional herbs and using acupuncture, and sometimes using energy healing as well. And so this is actually the root, the source of traditional Chinese medicine. Modernly speaking, since we have so much pollution, chemicals and artificial ingredients, and a lot of times the traditional Chinese medicine will not work depending on the pathology, the reason, the causes of diseases. Some of the diseases are can be well treated by traditional Chinese medicine, but some of those you need to detox first. And to detox, you would need a different kind of method to do it. For example, you would use certain kind of different kind of herbs to cleanse your liver and also your blood as well. So we have to really be objective and to realize that diseases evolve and modern societies evolved from ancient times too. So I will say that we have to combine the different methods of treating diseases together using traditional Chinese medicine and also some of the modern theories. For example, one by Anthony William, a very well-known medical medium. I would endorse his method, not necessarily the products that he endorses. Um, just the method that he uses to really cleanse the certain issues in the body. Um, and I think human body is a very complicated system. We need to use different methods in order to treat different diseases, even though some of the diseases might show the same symptoms.
Yeah, that's interesting. Where do you sort of see the next few years or heading into the future? Do you have any insights on what's going to be happening, not just with Chinese medicine, but um, in general around the globe? Any insights after talking with Mikhail, the author of that book, or any intuitions yourself? What do you sort of see? Like, I guess I'm saying, what is your main goal yourself for promoting this information?
So let me talk about the Chinese medicine first, and I'll talk about things
Yeah,
in general. So I think
please, please.
the key to revive traditional Chinese medicinal knowledge is to really do a lot of research on the physical properties of the herbs, because each herb has its own vibrational frequency, and each vibrational frequency may have certain effect on the body. So if you can match the vibrational frequencies of the herbs to the vibrational frequencies of the body of a person that he or she needs, then you're going to treat the diseases much more effectively than otherwise. So until we realize that we need to do a lot of research on this kind of vibrational medicine or the herbs, then I think we are missing the point of traditional Chinese medicine, because acupuncture works that way and herbal medicines also work that way. So it's very important for us to realize that. Also, I think other form of the Indian herbs and also some of the other systems also work the same way. Okay. So things in general, I think in next few years, until I think things are gonna get worse in terms of work conflicts before things get better. The reason I say that is, if you read the other book that I translated, 334,000th Lies, written by the former highest degree chair of the Illuminati, you're gonna see the reason for him to expose the secrets of the secret society is for him to really make the effort to have the organization be dissolved on its own from within. So he says that there is a younger person with more psychic abilities than himself, trying to kind of follow the original doctrine of the Illuminati, the secret society, which is to divide and rule, divide and conquer. So I think the wars in the world are created by a small group of people, and I think a lot of people don't realize that what we see on the news is just what's going on the surface. They don't know that there's a small group of people pulling the strings behind the scenes, and the more people can wake up, the more we can have a more effective collective consciousness to really make things better. And I think you probably would need to read the book to know more background information.
Yeah. Is that book something that Mikhail like was talking about to you, or is that something that you found by yourself? Or
Well, he mentioned that the world is controlled by 12 families. I was really surprised because he told me that Paul told him that information. And I asked him like which 12 families. He didn't say anything to me. So I began to do a lot of research and read a book like The Committee of 300, written by Dr. John Coleman and a few other whistleblowers. And I found out that there's indeed a small group of people. If you listen to the interviews of Ronald Bernard, a Dutch banker who used to work for members of the Illuminati, you're going to reach the same conclusion. The reason I found the book, the 334 Lies, that book was I was looking for ways to see auras, the energy fields of people. And there's a forum on the internet that says this book talks at length how one can develop the ability to see the auras. But the book was originally written in German. So I was interested in knowing more about it. So I translated the book from German into English, not knowing that it was written by the highest degree chair of the Illuminati. And then later, I did additional research and I found that it was written by that powerful person. And it's a very interesting book. Yeah.
that's interesting, because you said you're interested in learning about auras, and before you're saying that Chinese medicine sorts of needs to start studying the vibration of different herbs. Is the technology there at the moment that we have to sort of understand the different vibration that herbs have, or is that something that hasn't been developed yet? Because I only understand things. Yeah, sorry, no.
I think some people have done research on the vibrational frequencies of the human body, the auric fields, using different devices. And but in terms of the herbal medicines and properties of different herbs, I don't think anyone has done thorough research. Some preliminary research, yes. Some people have done the vibrational frequency research of the flowers, the essence, the the, uh, the fragrance of the different flowers, uh, and but
Yeah.
not traditional Chinese herbs yet.
Okay, interesting. Maybe that's something that could be done soon.
Yeah.
That's cool. Are you in China at the moment?
No, I'm in Los Angeles. I was in China like a few days ago.
Oh, okay, cool.
Where
That's
are you
cool.
going to be in China? Like
Yeah, I'm going to be in Chengdu. Yeah,
in
I'm going to head
Chengdu?
there in about a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I can introduce you to my friends there.
Oh, sounds good. Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you so much for talking to me so quickly. That's amazing.
great. Thank you. If anything else, just let me know and then we can have another discussion.
Awesome. Thanks so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
See you
Thank you.
later.
Bye bye.
Bye.